Look at yourself. Not the version you show the world. The real one. The one who has been lied to, used, and steered by people who smiled while they did it. You've been manipulated your entire life. And the worst part? You thanked them for it. Every time you gave in to guilt that wasn't yours, every time you shrank to make a smaller person comfortable, every time you mistook someone's charm for their loyalty, you handed over your power like a coin and you never asked for change. Machiavelli understood something the weak refuse to accept. The world is not fair, and it was never meant to be. Power flows to those who see clearly. It drowns those who wish, so stop wishing. By the end of this, you will not see people the way you did when you pressed play. You'll see the moves behind the words, the hunger behind the flattery, the fear behind the control. And once you see it, you can never be blind again. That is the price of this knowledge, and that is the gift. If you're ready to become untouchable, comment one word now: unshakable. Say it so your mind hears it too. Never reveal your hand. The manipulated man announces everything: his plans, his fears, his next move. He empties his pockets in front of strangers and wonders why he leaves with nothing. Machiavelli watched princes fall for one reason above all others: they were readable, and a man who can be read can be ruled. So learn this now: your silence is armor. Your restraint is a weapon sharper than any word you could speak. When you want something, do not show how badly. Desire, once seen, becomes leverage in another man's hand. The moment they know what moves you, they know how to move you. When you're angry, do not perform it. Rage announced is rage disarmed. Let them guess, let them wonder. A calm face over a storming mind is more terrifying than any shout. When you're hurt, bury it deep. The wolves circle the wounded, not the still. Show weakness only when you have chosen to, only when it serves you, never because you couldn't hold it in. People will test you. They will bait you with small provocations to measure your reaction. Every reaction is information. Give them nothing, and they walk away empty, unsure, and quietly afraid. This is not coldness for its own sake. This is control, the ability to feel everything and reveal only what you decide. That is the difference between the man who is played and the man who plays. Become unpredictable, become unreadable. Let them build their strategies on a version of you that doesn't exist. The mask is not dishonesty. The mask is discipline. And discipline is the foundation of everything you are about to build. If this hits something in you, comment it now. Unreadable. Burn the word into your mind. Emotion is the leash they pull. Every manipulator needs one thing to control you: your reaction. They cannot move a man who does not flinch, so they poke, they provoke. They say the thing designed to make your blood rise, and they watch. Your anger is the handle they grab. Your guilt is the rope they pull. Your need for their approval is the collar you fastened around your own neck. Understand this, and you take the leash out of their hands forever. When someone insults you and you explode, you have told them exactly which wound to press next time. When someone withholds affection and you chase, you have taught them that distance is how they control you. When someone floods you with praise and you melt, you have shown them that flattery is the key to your gate. The powerful man feels it all and moves none of it to his face. This is the Stoic core beneath the Machiavellian mask. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while calming his own mind at dawn. He knew the only kingdom he truly governed was the one behind his own eyes. Lose that kingdom and every other one is already lost. So train the pause. Between what happens and how you respond, build a space. In that space lives your freedom. The manipulated man has no pause. Stimulus, then reaction, instant and automatic, like a dog to a bell. The dangerous man has a gap wide enough to think, to choose, to decide whether this moment even deserves his energy. Most moments don't. Practice indifference to provocation. When they expect fury, give them stillness. When they expect tears, give them a level gaze. When they expect you to crumble, stand there unmoved and watch the confusion spread across their face. Nothing unnerves a manipulator like a target that will not be moved. Your emotions are yours, not theirs to trigger, not theirs to harvest. The day you stop performing your feelings for an audience is the day you stop being a puppet on someone else's stage. Feel deeply, react rarely, reveal only by choice. They will pull the leash and find nothing on the other end. And a man they cannot pull is a man they cannot own. That is power they cannot take back. If you're building that gap right now, comment it. Unmoved, let it anchor you. Study them before they study you. The manipulated man walks through the world half asleep. He takes people at their word. He assumes the smile means warmth and the compliment means respect. He is easy prey because he never learned to watch. Machiavelli built his entire philosophy on observation. He studied princes, traitors, and saints, and he found that men rarely say what they mean and almost never mean what they say. Words are the costume. Behavior is the truth underneath. So become a student of people, not their speeches, their patterns. Watch what a man does when he thinks no one is measuring him. Watch how he treats those who can do nothing for him. Watch whether his actions match his promises over time, because time is the one thing no liar can outrun. Anyone can perform virtue for an afternoon. Almost no one can fake it for a year. Listen to what people accuse others of, because that is often a confession in disguise. The one who warns you constantly about liars is telling you how his own mind works. The one obsessed with loyalty is usually the one planning to break it. People reveal their inner world every time they describe someone else. Notice who benefits. When something happens, when a rumor spreads, when a plan falls apart, ask the cold question, who gains from this? Follow the advantage, and you'll often find the hand that moved the pieces. The manipulated man asks who to blame. The dangerous man asks who profits. Pay attention to inconsistency. When someone's story shifts, when their energy changes around certain people, when their words say one thing and their body says another, you are seeing a crack in the performance. Most people never look closely enough to catch it. You will, and say little while you learn. The quieter you are, the more they reveal. People cannot stand silence, so they fill it, and in filling it, they hand you the map of who they are. Let them talk. Let them explain themselves you never asked them to. Every unnecessary word is a gift of information you did not have to earn. This is not paranoia. Paranoia is fear without control. This is awareness with control. You are not assuming everyone is an enemy. You are simply refusing to be surprised by one. Know the people around you better than they know themselves, and you will never be caught off guard again. You'll see the betrayal forming before it lands. You'll feel the shift before the knife. You'll recognize the manipulator the moment he opens his mouth because you've already studied the script he's about to read. The predator who watches does not become prey. The man who reads the room owns the room. Open your eyes, keep them open, and let the sleeping crowd mistake your silence for weakness, right up until the moment it protects you. If you're waking up right now, comment it. Awake. Make it real. Stop begging to be liked. Here is the chain that binds most men their entire lives. The need to be liked. It looks harmless. It feels like kindness. But it is the softest leash ever invented, and nearly everyone wears it to the grave. The man who needs to be liked cannot say no. He cannot set a boundary. He cannot walk away from a bad deal, a bad friend, or a bad room, because leaving might make someone think less of him. So he stays, he bends, he swallows the insult and calls it maturity, and every person around him learns the same quiet lesson. This one will fold if you push. Machiavelli asked a question that still cuts centuries later. Is it better to be loved or feared? And his answer was ruthless in its honesty. If you cannot have both, choose to be feared, because love is given at the convenience of others and taken back the moment it costs them something. Fear, or better, respect, rests on your own foundation. It cannot be revoked by a crowd that changed its mood. Now hear what this actually means, because the weak misread it. This is not about being cruel. Cruelty is the tool of small men who have nothing else. This is about being unafraid of disapproval. It is about the day you stop organizing your life around the opinions of people who would forget your name in a week. Approval is a currency, and the man who needs it will always be poor, because the ones handing it out know exactly what it's worth to you. They dole it out in pieces to keep you performing, a little praise when you obey, a cold shoulder when you don't, and you dance and you chase and you call it friendship when it was only ever training. Break it now. Decide that your standards matter more than their applause. Decide that a clear conscience is worth more than 100 nodding heads. Decide that the respect of one person you admire outweighs the approval of 1,000 you don't. When you stop needing to be liked, something strange happens. People begin to respect you more, not less, because the world can smell need, and need repels. The man who does not require your approval becomes magnetic, precisely because he cannot be bought with it. He walks into a room owing nothing, asking for nothing, and that self-possession is the rarest power there is. Say no without a paragraph of apology. Let people be disappointed. Their disappointment is not your emergency. Let them misunderstand you. You do not owe every person an explanation of who you are. Let some doors close. The ones worth walking through do not require you to shrink to fit. You will lose people when you stop performing for them. Let them go. They were never attached to you. They were attached to your compliance. And now that the compliance is gone, so is their interest. That is not a loss. That is the room clearing itself of everyone who was only ever there to use the softest part of you. The goal is not to be hated. The goal is to be free. Free of the desperate hunger for a stranger's smile. Free of the trembling need to be understood by people who never tried. Free to act from your own center instead of the shifting winds of a crowd. Be respected, be self-governed, be the man whose good opinion of himself does not depend on yours. That is when they lose their grip forever. If you're cutting that leash today, comment it. Unbought. Mean it. Make them reach for you. Understand the law that governs all value. What is everywhere is worth nothing. What is rare is worth everything. This is true of gold, of time, and of you. The manipulated man makes himself cheap. He is always available, always replying instantly, always there, always agreeing, always ready to drop his own life the moment someone calls. He gives his presence away for free and then wonders why no one treats it as precious. But you taught them that. Abundance kills value. What costs nothing is respected by no one. Machiavelli knew that a prince who is too accessible becomes ordinary, and the ordinary are never feared and rarely obeyed. Distance creates weight. Scarcity creates hunger. The man who is a little harder to reach becomes a little more worth reaching. So stop being so available, not out of games, but out of self-respect. Your time is the one thing you can never earn back. Every hour you hand to someone who would not do the same is an hour stolen from your own life. Guard it like the finite treasure it is. When you give it, let them feel that they received something valuable, because they did. Do not answer every message the second it arrives. Do not accept every invitation. Do not pour yourself out to people who offer you a thimble in return. Let there be a cost to your attention, and watch how differently that attention is treated. The same law rules your effort, your loyalty, your praise. A compliment from a man who compliments everyone means nothing. A compliment from a man who rarely gives them lands like a medal. Be sparing with your approval, and it becomes something people work to earn. Give it constantly, and it becomes noise. This is the psychology beneath all leverage. The one who needs the interaction less controls it. The one who can walk away holds the power always, in every negotiation, every relationship, every room. Neediness is a stench. Detachment is a magnet. When they sense you do not require them, they begin to pursue. When they sense you cannot leave, they begin to take. So build a life so full that no single person can hold you hostage. Have your own mission, your own discipline, your own world that spins with or without them. The man with nothing to lose is desperate. The man with a full life is free. And freedom is the ultimate leverage because it cannot be threatened. Make people invest in you. The one who works to earn your presence values it far more than the one to whom you gave it freely. This is a strange truth of the mind. We treasure what we struggle for and dismiss what falls into our lap. So let them reach. Let them extend effort. What is earned is honored. What is handed over is forgotten. None of this is coldness. It is the correct pricing of a valuable thing. You would not sell gold at the price of sand. Do not sell your time, your loyalty, and your energy as if they were endless. They are not. And the moment you begin to treat them as rare, so will everyone around you. Be the prize, not the pursuer. Be the one who is reached for, not the one forever reaching. Let your absence be felt and your presence be earned. The scarce become sought, the available become used. Choose which one you will be. If you're raising your value starting now, comment it, unavailable, own it, strike only when it serves you. Now we reach the part the soft world does not want you to hear, because there will come a time when watching is not enough, when silence is not enough, when a threat is standing in front of you and it must be answered. And in that moment, the manipulated man does the two worst things possible. He either freezes and does nothing, or he lashes out from raw emotion and destroys himself in the process. The dangerous man does neither. He acts with cold precision at the time he chooses, in the way that serves him, and not 1 second before. Machiavelli wrote something that still unsettles people 500 years later. If you must injure a man, do it so severely that you need not fear his revenge. His point was not cruelty for pleasure. His point was this: the half measure is the most dangerous move of all. To wound an enemy without ending the threat is to create a patient, motivated adversary who now knows exactly who you are. The weak man threatens loudly and acts weakly. He warns, he postures, he shows his teeth, and then he does nothing. And in doing so, he teaches the world that his growl is empty. Never threaten. Threats are for people who want to feel powerful without paying the price of action. A threat gives your enemy time to prepare, to counter, to strike first. The man who intends to act says nothing. He simply acts once, completely, at the moment of maximum advantage, and lets the result speak in a language no one can argue with. But hear the deeper wisdom, because this is where most men get it wrong. The point of learning to strike is not to strike often. It is to almost never have to. The man who is capable of decisive action and who is known to be capable of it rarely needs to use it. The strength is in the reputation, in the quiet certainty others feel that pushing you would cost more than it's worth. A dog that barks at everything is ignored. A silent animal that everyone knows can end the fight is left alone. Be the second one, so master your timing above all else. Emotion screams act now. Wisdom asks, does this moment favor me? Most of the time it does not, and the powerful man waits. He absorbs the insult today because reacting today would cost him. He lets the enemy grow comfortable, overconfident, careless, and he does not move until the ground beneath them has quietly shifted in his favor. Revenge, patience, and strategy wear the same face. The world calls it restraint. It is actually a loaded weapon with the safety on. Pick your battles with brutal discipline. 90% of the fights offered to you are traps, distractions, and ego-baited hooks designed to drain your energy on things that do not matter. The manipulated man fights every one of them, exhausted, reactive, always defending, never advancing. The dangerous man ignores almost all of it. He knows that not every disrespect deserves a response, that silence is often the sharpest reply, and that walking away untouched can be a greater victory than any confrontation. He saves his force for the few battles that actually decide something. And when one of those rare battles finally comes, he does not hesitate, he does not announce, He does not do it halfway. He commits completely, ends it cleanly, and returns to calm as though nothing happened. No gloating, no lingering. The powerful do not celebrate their strikes. They simply resolve the problem and move on, leaving everyone around them a little more careful, a little more respectful, a little less willing to test the line again. This is the terrible discipline beneath real strength. Not the absence of force, but the total control of it. The ability to hold immense capacity for action and release it only by decision, never by impulse. A man like that does not need to prove anything. His restraint is the proof. Be slow to enter the fight. Be final when you do. And let your stillness carry the weight of everything you choose not to unleash. If you're mastering that control, comment it. Unleashed by choice. Hold it. Guard the inner fortress. Everything you have learned so far points outward. How to read them, how to price yourself, how to strike. But now turn inward, because there is a fortress that decides every battle before it is ever fought, and most men leave its gates wide open their entire lives. That fortress is your mind, and whoever controls it controls you. Machiavelli studied kingdoms, but the Stoics studied the only kingdom that truly matters, the one behind your own eyes. Epictetus was born a slave, in chains, owned by another man, and yet he understood something his masters never could. They owned his body. They could never touch his judgment. Between the world and your reaction stands a gate, and that gate is yours alone to hold. The manipulated man leaves it open, and so every insult walks in and rearranges his furniture. The dangerous man guards it and decides for himself what is allowed to enter and what is turned away at the wall. Here is the truth almost no one accepts. Nothing outside you has any power to disturb you without your permission. The insult only wounds if you agree it is true. The rejection only crushes if you decide it defines you. The provocation only controls you if you hand it the authority to. Events are neutral. It is your judgment about them that creates the storm, and your judgment belongs to you. This is not comforting philosophy. This is the most practical power there is, because it means no man alive can reach the core of you without a key that only you can hand him. So stop handing out keys. The manipulator's entire craft depends on getting inside. He wants to plant the doubt, the guilt, the fear, and let it grow in your mind until you are managing yourself on his behalf. He says the cutting thing and then walks away, and if you carry it, if you replay it, if you let it live rent-free in your head for days, then he has won without lifting another finger. You became his weapon, turned against yourself. The gate was open and he simply walked in. Close it. When the poisoned words come, examine them at the wall before you let them enter. Is this true? Does this person's opinion carry any real weight? Does this deserve a single second of my inner peace? Most of the time the answer is no, and you let it fall to the ground outside the gate where it belongs. You do not carry what was designed to poison you. You do not finish the manipulator's work for him. Build your identity on ground they cannot reach. The man whose sense of self depends on external things, praise, status, the approval of a crowd, has built his fortress on sand, and anyone can shake it. But the man who knows who he is from the inside, whose worth is decided at his own center and confirmed by no one, stands on stone. Take his money, and he is still himself. Insult him, and he is unmoved. Abandon him, and he remains whole, because the source was never out there to begin with. That man is genuinely untouchable, not because nothing strikes him, but because nothing strikes deep enough to matter. Master your own mind first, every single day. Watch your thoughts the way you watch other people, with cold clarity, refusing to believe every fear and every doubt just because it appeared. Your mind will lie to you. It will catastrophize. It will replay old wounds. It will invent enemies and rehearse defeats. Do not accept its every report as truth. Question the thought. Interrogate the fear. You are not the storm passing through you. You are the one who watches it pass. Guard your inputs as fiercely as your judgments. What you consume becomes what you think. The voices you let in, the fears you feed, the endless noise you pour into yourself, all of it shapes the fortress from within. Choose deliberately. Let in what strengthens you. Turn away what weakens you at the gate, the same way you turn away an enemy. Because here is the final truth of this section. The world can only manipulate the man who has not mastered himself. Every external chain begins with an internal opening. Seal the openings, hold the gate, rule the kingdom behind your eyes, and the manipulators of the world lose their only entry point. They stand outside the wall, throwing their words and their pressure and their charm, and none of it reaches you. That is what untouchable actually means. If you're sealing that gate tonight, comment it. Untouchable within, live it. Let them underestimate you. There is a strategy so quiet that most men never grasp it, and it is one of the most powerful moves in the entire game. Let them underestimate you. The manipulated man does the opposite. He performs his strength. He announces his plans, displays his ambitions, tells everyone how far he intends to go. He needs the world to see him as impressive, and in that need, he hands his rivals a complete map of who he is and where he's headed. He mistakes attention for advantage. It is the opposite. To be fully seen is to be fully exposed. Machiavelli understood that visibility is vulnerability. The prince who reveals his strength invites others to prepare against it. But the man who is underestimated moves through the world unopposed because no one guards against a threat they do not see. Let them think you're less than you are. Let them dismiss you, overlook you, count you out. Every person who underestimates you is a person who will not see you coming. This requires swallowing your ego, and that is exactly why most men cannot do it. They would rather look powerful than be powerful. They need the recognition now, the credit now, the admiration now, and they trade their long game for a moment of applause. The dangerous man refuses that trade. He is comfortable being underestimated because he knows the truth about himself, and he does not need a crowd to confirm it. His silence about his own strength is not insecurity, it is patience. Watch how the powerful actually operate. They rarely reveal their full hand. They let opponents talk, boast, overextend while they observe and say little. They allow others to feel superior because a man who feels superior grows careless, and a careless rival is a defeated rival who does not yet know it. The quiet one in the corner, the one everyone dismissed, is often the one who understood the whole room. So resist the hunger to prove yourself. When someone underestimates you, do not rush to correct them. Thank them silently because they've just lowered their guard. Let them keep their comfortable illusion. You are not here to win the argument in the moment. You are here to win the outcome that matters, and the two are almost never the same. Build in silence. Let your work speak when it is ready, not before. The man who announces his ambitions invites resistance, doubt, and sabotage before he has even begun. The man who moves quietly arrives before anyone thought to stop him. Results delivered without warning carry a weight that no promise ever could. Say less. Do more. Let the gap between what they expected and what you delivered do the talking. There is a deep calm in this. When you no longer need to be seen as powerful, you are free to simply become it. You stop spending energy on the performance and pour it all into the substance. The applause stops mattering. The recognition stops mattering. What matters is the quiet, accumulating reality of what you are building where no one is looking. Let them laugh. Let them dismiss. Let them believe you are ordinary, harmless, no threat at all. Then let the results arrive like weather no one forecast. By the time they understand what you are, it will be far too late to stand in your way. The loud reveal their edges. The quiet keep theirs hidden. Be the one no one saw clearly until the moment it no longer mattered whether they did. If you're building in silence now, comment it. Underestimate it. Let it fuel you.